Hey guys, we're back with the letter. When we last left off, well, Isabella probably died. Most likely, at least. We got this CG. Ghost girl and two rich people. Presumably. I mean, I'm saying that's the ghost girl. On Steam, you know how you get like trading cards for playing a game? I got a trading card. It's the girl we're seeing now. Hold on, I'm looking at it again just to make sure. Where'd it go? There it is. It's question mark, question mark, question mark. Featuring Takako, character from the letter horror visual. I don't think they meant to put that there. At least they made her name question mark, question mark, question mark. It looks like her ghost girl's Takako. Okay. And yeah, we got hug from behind and then this cute girl. And oh, we missed an item sprite. We missed like Nasu cooking scene. And oh, we missed a couple backgrounds. We're on to chapter 2 now. I just finished like 5 minutes ago. Decided I'm gonna do one more just to see which way the story goes. What day is this? Oh, profiles. We have Hannah Wright, is that me or Evans? April 30th, she's a Taurus, 31 years old, she's 5'7". She's an heiress. She's British, and her religion is Anglican. Masters in Business Administration, major in accounting. Likes boulevard, dogs, fashion, parties, and dancing. The beach, children, iconic woman, charity, and math. After the looks more in upper classes, Hannah is used to living a life of luxury. Absent parents made her crave for attention, though. Something she gained from her private tutors and nannies instead. So never enough, though. She studied hard to make her parents proud, going to business so she could work alongside them. The challenge in her otherwise privileged life is certainly a thrill for her, at the very least. She had many suitors, dating different men and women. It was through work that she met Luke. Hold on, dating many men and women? Okay. It was love at first sight for her. On her parents' death, Luke proposed to her. It was a move that led to merging of Wright Enterprise and Evans Incorporated in their subsequent retirement. 7-year-old marriage is strained, and they tried to make it work. Okay. So we're gonna learn more about Luke this chapter, who's the last protagonist. I read the Steam reviews, and apparently, like, I don't know if this counts as a spoiler, but interesting that Isabella's isn't grayed out. I wonder, is it going to continue the trend of everyone dying at the end of their rounds? Like, can I avoid that? Like, I think it's possible I could have avoided Isabella dying. Given I got ending 2. It's too easy to get them to pay attention. Captured. Hang on my every word and follow my every move. And the 2D cutouts. All of it would have been stifling had I not grown used to such shares. In the Carnal Phantasm, it's like a gag anime of Nasuverse, you know, Tsukihime and Fate Stay Night. The character Assassin in Fate Stay Night, he can't leave the temple. So in the opening, they just had a cardboard cutout of where they had all the males dancing. They did. Yeah, that's just a detail I like. Most are respectable, some are hostile, if we're honest. If we're downright inappropriate. After all, I am.
Kinda right.
Oh, that's good. There's a moment of agitation as I'm familiar, but less than a welcome face approaches me with a suggestive smirk on his face. Of course, I have to keep a benevolent smile and greet him as I greet any good friend. After all, this man can turn heads, being famous in his own right.
Officer Lee! What a pleasant surprise. I didn't think you'd have the time to attend tonight's party.
He's more Luke's friend than mine, really. Quite sure I only invited his wife. Much like I am only friends with the Chief Inspector because of Luke, Luke is only friends with Rachel because of me. Like how I treated Lee, however, Luke never hid his animosity for the Lee matriarch. It's an odd sort of friendship where we would have an awkward double dates. I don't even recall his first name. It started with a N. I was like B, but with a line coming out of it. I think. I might be wrong. Aside from being Chief Inspector of Luxmorn Police, his wife, Rachel Lee Nevance owns a General Electronics company, fridges and freezers mostly.
Oh, I always have time for my favorite socialite couple. Might I say, you look positively ravishing tonight.
He totally has the voice actor for an evil character.
I see the husband isn't with ya.
The way he eyes me up is enough to make my skin crawl. Just wish Luke was here to fend off the more unseemly of our peers. You know the ones. And they're just a bit too friendly, staring too long at my assets, wink. Getting close just because my husband is not here. Think they have the gall to do this at my own party. My own house, if I might add. This isn't the spooky mansion. Tell by the windows. Like any high society women worth your salt. So, wait, they hadn't moved in yet, so this could be any time. I know how to handle it with grace and dignity.
I suppose you are looking pleasant as well. Luke's busy with work, unfortunately. Rochelle isn't here.
A shame. I do hope he isn't causing you much trouble. That husband of yours can be a bit daft sometimes, acting like he's still some young bachelor. The wife sends her regards and her apologies, but something came up with her doctor and she needed to attend to it.
I skipped. Whoops. You know, being pregnant and all. Make small talk. Rather, I'm forced to do so, as he will not leave my side after finding his place there. Much to my chagrin, I love that word, chagrin. That's just a cool word. Been extricated from the few who flock in hopes of flattering, for I can tolerate them far better than Lee. He's a nice enough person, and I adore his wife, who is obviously the brains behind the two. But there's something unsettling about him. Do not trust him, as much as I want to. It's the voice, man. The voice actor. It's like totally a villain voice. He regaled to me tales of the Luxport Police Department, different affair of the usual gossip I'm privy to. Though I loathe to admit it, it's interesting nonetheless. Take the topic of business to die out quickly, which would be understandable enough due to the confidential nature of his work. But oh boy was
So, wearing civvies, I steal and drive off with one of the police mobiles, right? In the mirror, I see the new tank chasing on foot and screaming about theft. The look on his face was priceless when I parked it in the garage.
Oh my. You made him chase you all the way home for a prank. What did Rochelle have to say about that?
Is that red stuff under your eyes like eyeshadow? Was that there in her spread before? Rochelle had a strange love and hate affair with Lee. He is a married man who did not grow up past his early 20s, judging by the way he acts. Surprisingly enough, they've been married for a good 20 years. Lifetime, if you compare it to my marriage of 7 years with Luke. I, on the other hand, well, Luke is no Lee. Should be happy about that, I suppose. Although, my darling didn't have his...
Hey, the wife pulled my ear and gave me a good talking to, though. Besides, we live in a flat a block away, so it wasn't much of a grand chase.
Weren't you living in a house near the countryside?
Moved for work, you know. Or you probably don't.
No, I don't. But a flat in downtown. I suppose if that's what you like.
Oh, it's horrid. Hate that tiny place, no matter how convenient it can be for work. 55 square yards are not enough when you need to get away from the wife. I wouldn't mind a place away from the city. Even started looking at the ads.
Yeah, did you hear about this haunted mansion?
I spied an interesting lot, actually. Heard it was finally put up for sale. Or that something mansion, you know the one with all the ghost stories.
Know what he's talking about. This guy's the ghost! He's trying to lure us into the mansion so he can eat our souls. There are only a few urban legends around here. It's...
The Ermagood mansion?
That's the one. Worthy of a king it is. I'd buy it myself, but Rochelle would only gripe if I brought it up to her. Not to mention all the expenses a place like that. It'll be a real fixer-upper. You also have to find someone willing to work there with how superstitious people can be.
If it becomes a problem, just hire someone to do an exorcism.
Actually, I do know of someone who could be up to the task. You remember the Ludgates party at their Christchurch summer residence?
Of course. It was an excellent soiree. Everything was so classy, too. Such good taste.
Oh, that place was a pigsty until they hired out this interior designer and they turned it into a bloody palace.
And his name's McCullough. What's his first name? Rochelle?
She worked for the Exodus for their apartment in Soho too, and they recommended her when we were looking up pieces for our beach house in Porto Colom. I think I have a business card right. No, I must have left it in my other jacket. Anyway, she's called...
She doesn't exist!
What's her name? McCullough... Marianne, I believe, yes. But truly, if anyone were to get that place in McCullough, well, they'd be the envy and the talk of the town.
That's a great idea. Thanks, man.
Well, if you put it that way, I might just snatch it up for myself. This place was starting to feel a bit small lately anyway.
Yeah, it's only an entire skyscraper. It's pretty small. Sure, a 3-story penthouse might not be the definition of small for some people. Okay, maybe a lot of people. But it isn't big enough to have grand parties in. As it is, I only invited about 30 people to this one, and it already feels cramped in here. Certainly would be nice if I didn't have to run an elevator up and down several floors before I can get anywhere as well. All Luke's words and not mine. Besides, I've been looking for a good anniversary gift. Luke might like this one. Where is he anyway? October 21st. Okay, Friday. Is that the first one on the journal? No, first one's 17th. Oh, Hannah Wright throws a party in the penthouse thing. Do we have... Okay, so we can see everything in the journal. At the cache. The city's most powerful were seen. Oh, okay. Including Chief Inspector Harvey Lee at the Luxborn Police Department. From him, the socialite heard of the Ermengarde Mansion's upcoming open house and of the interior designer, Marianne McCullough. Who's this? What's branching tree? So, I assume we have choices here now. Luke is dressed up to the nines, as he usually is. Looks ready for whatever the day will throw at him. You know, ghosts, stuff like that. Was the 21st the day of the open house? Here, we can... Yep, it is. His butler and valet waited inside, just in case he isn't as ready as he looks. Oh sure, that is normal. What is confusing me is the fact that he's on his way out of the penthouse, considering I won't have anywhere to go until much later.
Where are you going?
I am to attend the Triad Autumn Tasting. I do believe I informed you of this 2 weeks ago.
Yes. And might I remind you that I had stricken that off your schedule? Because 1, the doctor told you to stop consuming so much alcohol.
This guy's just young Kinzo.
And 2, I informed you a few days ago about the open house we are going to attend in its place.
What? Drinking will kill me? Let it try.
I've
The bottle is
even
my
found this
friend,
marvelous
Dr.
interior
Ninjo.
designer, Mary Ann McCullough.
It's a 3.5-hour drive to Cardiff. I don't have time for this. This is like that little party you threw all over again. You don't inform me of it, and you expect me to stay and be a gracious host when I have business elsewhere. You know how I operate, Hana. Unless this was penciled in, I am sticking to my schedule.
If I may intrude, the madam is correct. Your physician did insist you moderate your drinking, unless you wish to incur acute pancreatitis.
Okay, everyone who wears gloves is evil. That's a new rule, because they're hiding the fact that they don't have nails, because they're a ghost imposter.
And you did have this open house penciled in last Wednesday morning.
Bullocks, I don't remember doing so.
What was his name? Johans. He must have sounded like Sebastian. Or Jeeves. How's it pronounced? You know, Geebes.
Well, you did. While very hungover, in fact.
He did. Moaned about me being too loud, but gave in after some pushing. Perhaps that was some big girl manipulative of me, but...
Whose side are you on?
Come on, Luke. You promised we'd do whatever I want this weekend.
Gordon Bennett, fine. I am giving this house tour of yours a chance, but if it proves to be a waste of time, I am going to Cardiff, and you are going to take a cab home. Are we clear?
Just a bit of a husband and wife tit for tat, isn't it? All couples have their arguments. This guy's a bit of a... Oh... Bit of a Kinzo. That's a new noun. Once the honeymoon phase is over, as they seem to call it, reality sets in that you and your partner might not always see eye to eye. Perhaps it has been the years. Some of them is nothing to scoff at.
I just cannot bloody believe I agreed to this. I was really looking forward to the Triad tasting.
I mean, not joking, what does Kinzo like besides Beatrice and alcohol? Literally nothing. Though sometimes, I think it's something a bit more than just simple disagreements. I've just stopped myself from wondering where we went.
There's always the Triad Christmas tasting in Manchester next month, and that'll only be an hour-and-a-half drive.
Have I been neglectful? Have I offended? Have I acted shamefully?
Yes, but Cardiff.
Certainly, any problem can be discussed. As long as he doesn't turn me away.
Well, there goes my good mood. Are you happy now, Hana?
How much did you treat me? We remain silent to defend myself. So, if I defend myself, that's gonna... But, can't just let him... What? Based off her past monologue, I think it's more in character for Hannah to remain silent. I'm happy. I'm sure he will be too once he gets over this little upset. Oh, I went down. There's no point in aggravating him anymore, so I keep myself from commenting on the issue any further. Sweet smile on a bowed head, no need to provoke. That is how I cope.
So, when do we leave? Where are we even going?
We're scheduled to leave after lunch for the Ermengarde Mansion. Das ist ja interessant. It's just Deutsch name. Is that infamous mansion, yeah?
No, that's a jaw, not ya.
I have seen it from afar. It's a huge property. Very beautiful if it wasn't left abandoned. Certainly a house befitting lords and ladies of the land.
A house good enough for nobles, huh? It is well known then? I guess that doesn't make it a total waste of time.
Sorry.
Our old sous chef mentioned going there for Halloween last year. We've not seen him since.
I wonder what happened to him.
Not that I mind. He made terrible pumpkin soup.
Smile even as they turn their backs to me. Wait, when did he go? Halloween? The ride to the mansion is quiet, with Luke having stared out the window the entire way, not paying any attention to anything around him. Meanwhile, I'm conflicted. Don't know if I should apologize for changing his plans like that. But by the time we arrive at the mansion, I see his eyes light up in genuine interest. Apologizing is the last thing on my mind. The whole affair with the Ermengarde mansion is certainly an interesting experience. Okay, it just skipped over that. Kinda glad it did. The place has been renovated and restored by the owners to what they claim to be acceptable standards. The mansion itself looks like something befitting a fairy tale or a period piece. It's tastefully decorated and a little bit of love and attention. I'm sure it can be a place Luke and I can call home. So those are the two people we saw in the memory fragment. Whatever, like, this is supposed to be exposition for the ghost, I guess. And the one we got so far, she's just a servant. Maybe they tell a story of their own, you know? The number of other prospective buyers that have come from the powerful and wealthy of Luxborn certainly did not disappoint, ranking this estate as prime property. The Lees are amongst the group who went with the Rose Woman. I saw a few other notable faces, though not really feel like mingling. Fortunately for every one of them, the Wrights are interested in buying. What's been bugging my mind, however, is that Isabel. We got well and whoa. Let's see the there's not achievement descriptions for these. Oh, yes there is. There's not for some. Oh, I guess it's hidden achievements don't have them? Or not really for sure what this one's about. Is it just getting to the scene, or Isabella making that choice? And Isabella's sprite looks pretty good, except for the hair. The hair kind of stands out too much. What is your problem? Oh, is that Isabel? Wait, she actually thinks her name's Isabel. That's not just her. Still don't quite understand what is happening. One moment, she's scrambling to give us the paperwork to finalize the sale. Then she's panicking over some sort of prank letter.
Dear me, is Isabel all right?
It is apparent, with the way she shakes and by the pallor of her skin, something is really shaking her.
Isabella, do you need me to call that ambulance?
I'm worried, but it'll be best if she's attended to by someone more familiar to her, like her partner. But even then, the girl refuses Rose's offer drink and looks like she's about to be ready to make a run for it.
No, I'm just feeling a bit out of it. Excuse me. I'll be back. I just need to catch my breath.
And she does so, just as I predicted. Her partner follows like a concerned mother. There's an awkward air amongst us as we are left in the wake of whatever that was. They murmur and gossip with each other, speaking of the poor daft girl and tell the tale of whoever was not audience to the act in the first place. It doesn't take too long for the woman, Rose, to return and pull us aside into the study for what I rightfully assume is damage control. Rose invites Marianne in too, hoping to apologize to her as well. Oh, look at this spooky study with a mirror. But the woman refuses, saying she's not one of her clients anyway. Is that a mirror? Because it's not reflecting anything. It's just blue. That leaves myself, Rose, and Luke. The last all too eager to make himself comfortable in his studies, he's no doubt already claimed as his own.
I can't apologize enough about what just happened. Please forgive Isabella. She's been under a lot of pressure lately. She's young and all those rumors about this being haunted just got to her head. And it must be this terrible heat too. Not a drop of rain for days now.
Are you sure it is wise to just let her go like that? Where is the poor dear? She might get hurt.
She's more likely to hurt somebody else, given what just happened.
So Hannah came off as a bit rude in Isabella's route, but well, I guess not. Yeah, I guess rude's the right word. But this way, she's not really now. It's that
I told her to
I
sit
want to
down
make a
and take a
Higurashi
break.
reference, but I can't.
Already rang someone to pick her up, too.
That might be for the best, dear. But please, we're here to talk about the mansion, yes?
That line played in the Steam video. I heard it playing. I've heard that line like 3 times now.
Why, I absolutely adore it. Don't you, Luke? Some of the rooms will certainly have to be repurposed. We want to change the appliances and have Marianne lead on the decor, but the whole thing is just lovely.
I guess. It's certainly a lot roomier than our penthouse.
Exactly. Lots of space for guests, parties, a lot of room for little ones to run around too.
Let's not discuss that right now, Buttercup. Anyway, I do think it would be a shame to let this mansion slip past us.
But you haven't even finished touring the house.
Well, we like what we've seen.
I'm making your job easier for her, am I not? No need for loans or long price negotiations. You can just sign a contract and close the deal. Really, you think the woman will be more happy about an easy sale. I know how these estate agents works. How long they had to wait. How much they had to spend even just for a single sale. Why, she should be jumping for joy by now. I'm sure the commission on this mansion is nothing to sneeze at, even if she has to split it with the Isabel girl.
Do you think we could have horses here?
Yes, those do sound nice, love.
Horses?
Anyway, if anyone else is interested in buying this property, I assure you that I'm able and willing to give a better offer.
A vineyard would be nice. Or maybe
And we do reward our people quite generously, Rose. So if I were you, I would start on that paperwork.
helicopter pad.
Yes! What? Was it this or, was it Valhalla or this that I got talking about helicopter pads? It was probably this. I pause. There's a small moment of complete silence with Rose and I just stare incredulously at Luke. It's unspoken understanding, a rule between the two of us that we have to put on an act. With our social standing, where image matters, it's also important to avoid making enemies. To follow this rule is an easy feat for me. From youth, I've been a well-trained social butterfly, gracious and graceful. Wait, gracious and they're both grace. Luke on the other
Wait,
hand.
what, Luke? No, what? Whatever would we need a helipad for?
Helicopters? To show people you're rich enough to afford a helicopter pad? Well, he likes to play the fool sometimes, even if he's anything but. As he throws me a wry smile, I shake my head and beckon Rose over. This is to be our home. There's nothing she, or anyone else, can do to change my mind. This is a place that speaks of power and importance and, at the same time, safety and comfort. Perhaps we can even have our family here. There's definitely no better gift than this for our special date. Right, everything here is absolutely wonderful. Oh yeah, especially that haunted mirror with the ghost in it. Except for that ugly painting in the study. It looks like a bad fake of an Edward Munch painting.
Here's the deal. I'm willing to pay 10% higher than your listing price.
Didn't you pay 15?
If anyone tries to outbid us, just
Okay.
add another 5%. I doubt anyone can, of course. Or, you know what? Just add 15% to the listing price, and we can sign all—
I guess, if that's what you want. That won't be any trouble. I don't have all the papers now. Didn't think this would be a quick sell. I'll have copies sent to you so you can look over them. And if you'd still like to finish the rest of the tour with Isabella's group, you're more than welcome to.
No, I think we're good here. We'd appreciate a private tour of the place a lot more, I think.
All right. Should I let Marianne in, then?
Marianne? Okay, she's been waiting outside the study the whole time, hasn't she? I'll need to have a little chat with her to move this little mansion project forward.
Please do.
23 minutes, okay. Ooh, I should change the thumbnail to, like, well, I need to find something that's only Hannah in it. And that's too much effort. No, we already... Oh, this depends on Isabella's choices, okay. No, that's Remain Silent, but that was probably Isabella's choices, probably. What's with... Well, this ends a lot shorter than this one. I imagine this is the Hannah Lives ending. There's a look of apprehension when the other woman enters the room. the study. Yet, like a professional, it's the moment when she steals herself and masks her worry. Admirable.
We have this project then?
Did Isabella ever meet Hannah after the open house? I don't think she did.
Of course. Will you be needing anything from us?
Having the floor plans would be a great start, just so that I can look at them beforehand. And if you could tell me when you're available for a meeting so that I can include it in my calendar?
Oh, is a meeting really all that necessary, Marianne? I guess we can send Johans to help you out.
No, it's Johans. Not Johan. Do you even know what J... Like, that's Ja. J's make the letter Ja.
You two can start by getting rid of this ugly painting.
That's a mirror. Hush falls upon the room at my request.
What painting?
Lo and behold, the painting's gone. In its place, a mirror stands. She leaves me to look at my own confused expression.
Odd. Well, no matter. Back to the topic at hand. Marianne, dear.
You're pretty
You're
odd.
simply far too busy to meet up.
Perhaps maybe having the floor plans would be a great start. Just, if you could tell me when you're available for a meeting. We gotta free up. We gotta be nice to Marianne. You know, gotta be nice to the ghost. Let's see.
But I guess we can free up a day to meet with you. I don't really need another Maudlin Monday reading about Maury anyway. The book club can function without me for one day.
So, yeah, look, the default marks are different for... Okay. It's interesting that hers would... Oh, I get... Rebecca and Zachary are higher than Isabel and Ashton. It's kind of weird.
What time shall we be seeing each other? How does lunch sound?
Besides, my house has a higher priority over book club. Right, we can hold the next meeting in this place. Oh yeah, we can haunt everyone! Oh, hey, who's that a bust of? Which Seiko boy is that? That kind of looks like Nero. Is that Nero? Nero bust. Yeah, sure, let's just search that. We won't get... Okay, good. No, that's not Nero. Is that Mars? No. What is that? There's an anime. It's called Seiko Boys. It's about an idol group that's just 4 busts. Surely the beauty and grandeur of it all will inspire spirited and lively debates about whether modern day writers can match up to the classics. Might as well clear up the rest of my week to handle whatever affairs buying this mansion requires of me. Any social activity can be put off until the Ermengarde, or rather the right mansion's great debut. Have my fellow great parties and gatherings, especially when I organize them myself. Yeah, nobody's gonna come. It's haunted.
That sounds good. Although, with a project of this scope, we might need most of the day to tackle your concerns. A more thorough inspection of the place is also preferable.
Breakfast then! It's a date.
It's really not.
Alright. Monday. 10 o'clock sharp. We'll see you then.
Actually, Marianne suggested that we meet at 9. Isn't her name... Is Marianne different? Like, is it pronounced differently? Because I just thought it was Marianne. Is it? Suggested we meet at 9. He was even awake at that unholy hour. It's lucky enough to wake up this morning before Luke went all the way to Cardiff. Say our goodbyes, shake hands, and make it clear without outright saying it that we now own this house. By the time we left the mansion grounds, sunset is almost upon us.
So, you really want to buy this place then?
And... Wonder what happened to make us go this way. Oh, maybe it's the letter choice. You know, the show Yo's the letter or not. Because I think that's been the most important choice so far, other than like here. And I'll call it there. You know, I'm actually a lot more interested into this now. You know, after Isabella's route ended. Still not really a fan of any of the characters, but I don't dislike any of them really. Well, I did dislike Hannah and Luke, but now, guess they're alright, I guess. Oh wait, I lied about not disliking characters. I don't like Ashton. Rebecca's eh. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time with some more of the letter. Bye.